In an era of remarkable women in politics, Audra Jeffers was arguably the most remarkable. In the 2 decades leading to universal adult suffrage in 1946, she stood tall as a feminist pioneer, advocate for working women, and a path-breaking politician. In 1913, at age 15, Audra Jeffers went to London to study social sciences and got deeply involved in progressive movements, championing the rights of working women, especially black women. 7 years later, she returned home to a country in the grip of social strife and immediately got busy establishing the coterie of social workers. Today, more than 7 decades later, her pioneering support strategies for working women are as relevant as ever. Breakfast sheds for the working poor in locations across the country. The first school feeding program for children in and around Port of Spain. A home for blind women. City accommodation for rural women coming to work in Port of Spain. Daycare centers for working mothers. Scholarships for girls. A rest home in Tobago for tired working mothers. And these are just some. With her popularity soaring, Audra Jeffers ran in the 1936 municipal elections and made national history as the first woman politician ever to be elected. 10 years later, she would make history again as the first woman to be appointed to the Legislative Council. By then, however, Audra Jeffers was at odds with women leaders of the working class movement and with progressive politicians in general. The break had come when, as a member of the Franchise Committee, she voted against universal adult suffrage.
It is one of the, in a way, unfortunate things of her history that she voted against universal adult suffrage. She had a famous statement, "We must hasten slowly." And even though she was such a wonderful person in so many ways, she was conservative in some issues.
Audra Jeffers was a great feminist pioneer, but her politics were always conservative. And I don't think she was an interesting combination of Garveyite ideology. She was strongly a Garveyite and was very, very much a person who subscribed to, black pride and black consciousness. But in other respects, her politics were always conservative.
Today, the name Audra Jeffers lives on through the highway leading west out of the capital and in the continuing work of the coterie of social workers that she founded 95 years ago. But most of all, she lives on in the lives of new generations of women whose mothers were touched by her work.